here casting with me is Sean Forecourt Jester Delaney. We're going to be bringing you some Challenger solo queue.
Oh man, what a time to be live. Season 4 solo queue. And today we got some Curse members going up against the Riffraff.
Yeah, definitely. One Bad Brad, former Curse Academy jungler, duo queuing, I suppose, with the current Curse Academy jungler there. Or no, the current Curse jungler. I will dominate. And so it'll be interesting to see, how they work together. I suppose they play some solo queue together a lot, but really haven't had much team play.
I'm trying to remember where I've seen Cloud win from. It must have been the tournament on the weekend. Is he LoL Pro or is he Curse?
I am actually not too sure if he's on either team.
He's on one of them because I saw him this weekend. So it must have been
Okay.
LoL Pro then.
All
No,
right.
it was, sorry, LoL Pro or Complexity. It's one of those two. I'll leave
Well,
it at
because
that.
the new Complexity team, the Dad Slammers, Complexity Red, theirs is Evaniscus.
Hmm.
Oh, I
Oh.
want to see Blitzcrank do something here, but he didn't quite get the vision.
No, no. It's very rare that you actually see some of these early starts, but typical solo queue games these days, you don't really see that many invades. It's just not worth the risk. And our starting items, if you take a quick look, Doran's is the name of the game, but we do got some armor for Elise. So she's going to go up against Yasuo. That is totally not a Gragas mid. That must be Zac top. All right.
Yeah,
Now everything makes sense.
yeah. So we're gonna have Bobkin jungling Gragas there. Going to be having some pretty good synergy with Yasuo. Really, every single member here of the red team, the Canadians, as it were, can
I
can
see that.
proc Yasuo's ult. And so either the Vayne Condemn or the Gragas explosive cask. So that'll synergize really well with them since it's sometimes really hard in team fights to be able to land that knockup early on.
And speaking of that Vayne Condemn, she's going to run right into that bush, take quite the beating from Chubby, and win as well. A little bit extra damage there on top of Blitz. Is he going to return with that hook? Nope, does not seem like it's going to be worth the effort. That will force Vayne home, however, and she's going to be a little bit late to the bottom lane party.
Yeah, that's definitely going to set her back early on, which against a Jinx is really devastating since Jinx has such a great range advantage as well as some really strong early dueling potential. Blitz wanted to go look for the grab, but he's such a support center champion that he doesn't have a lot of damage himself and he needs someone else to follow up. But with Vayne's help like that, he definitely wasn't going to.
Whew, I will dominate there in that mid on that Elise. Not having a good time up against Killer Cast. That Yasuo combo is doing work. Now, I will dominate. He's typically off in the jungle as well, so I'm curious to see if there's actually some kind of jungle power struggle back in picks and bans.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there probably wasn't too much argument. There was probably maybe a little bit of disagreement on the Canadians as well, since Bobkin is a dedicated mid laner. But I've seen him jungle before, and he's probably pretty used to Gragas since he's coming from the mid lane.
I can say from experience, I really like the jungle Gragas. I think he
Ha,
offers a
yeah.
lot to the party. But
We'll see how good his ganking is. He's gonna run right up top here, up into Grigane.
now that is Renekton. He does have the slice and dice ready to go if he does need it. And there's one, there's two. He's going to get to the other side there of Bobkin, but that red and blue is now going to be paying off in some good spades. That's Italian one jumping and forcing out that flash mid lane. However, I will dominate again, looking a little bit worse for wear on those trades. We do got Pantheon in there as well, so he's going to start running into Gragas. Kalicast there on the wrong side of enemy lines, but here comes Bobkin, is going to support his center and get him out of there, no problem.
Yeah, I think that was a really good roam from Bobkin just to make sure that Killicast could roam. Oh, the top lane's falling low, and Bobkin's coming right back up here.
Yeah, it could be good. There is no flash. That's going to be first blood. We did actually flash out from the Italian one. Not sure that was really necessary, but, Zach was a little bit low on hit points. Renekton thought he could try to make something of it, but didn't really have that ward deep enough.
I mean, in the end, if you use Flash for a kill, it's just a really valuable... Oh, in the bot lane.
Yeah, that hook is going to bring Chubby into the damage range there of Vayne. That's going to be the ignite countered out by the barrier for Chubby. The flash and the tumble. Geronimo with the last hit is going to grab it. Now, it's going to be a great knockup there on top of Win, but I doubt he's going to drop down here as well. Those battle with the hooks, man.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw what I was talking about. How when you use your flash to secure a kill, it's basically just a really valuable smite. You're getting gold, you're getting a minor objective, and hey, it worked out here. It brought Geronimo back in the lane as well, since he had suffered earlier when we saw him go back. Grabbing up that kill is just going to help him get up to that Blade of the Ruin King faster, or potentially a Blood Thirster. Oh, Bob Connexy in the mid lane.
What a great repel, but unfortunately doesn't have anything to land down on top of. That's going to be the ignite and the flash from I will dominate. It's going to be enough to get out, but no hit points to speak of.
And one thing you have to question is, I Will Dominate took the cloth armor potions in the mid lane. What would have happened if he didn't take that? He's having a rough time as is with a very defensive start. Killicast is really just walking all over him.
I'm a little concerned about the Italian one up here. That's the one slice and dice there from Renekton. Not too sure he has the burst to take home Zac quite yet, but Zac is dancing a little bit close to that red line. Bottom lane, you said, Vayne had a little bit of an issue, but she's definitely holding that advantage now.
Right. I mean, this amount of farming just kind of back up on the turret when you can initiate when you need to with the Blitzcrank is a really perfect opportunity for Vayne. And as long as she can keep him from dying to turret, this is really going to be perfect. I mean, you see an entire wave up in farm, and there are more minions to kill. And it's really going to be up to Cloud9 and Chubby to try and find something, either maybe roam and catch out the jungler, or just get a nice grab onto Geronimo, since, I mean, this is where Vayne is in her element.
Italian one's still dueling out there against Renekton top. In terms of the CS and kills, it is still going the way of Zac, but he does, only really have that one set of regeneration with that Doran's shield. He does have, of course, the hit point, so he can play around as much as he wants.
In the bot lane.
Yep, Chubby's going to get hit up by that Blitz, but a great lantern there from Cloud9. That's going to bring Vayne now into tower range. She's going to have to tumble out of that one, even throwing out that barrier. Mid lane, however, Killicast not looking so hot on this one. The repel forward there from I Will Dominate. Will he pay for that one? No. Looks like he's going to be all right. Jungler is bottom, so he's going to be fairly safe. And what looked like a kill bottom lane actually ended up just being a kill mid.
Yeah, bot lane, there was so much aggression, but you can't go for the AD carry when there's a Thresh that can just escape and throw back the Lantern. In the mid lane, it looks like all I Will Dominate needed was as a Doran's Ring, because that just turned around the lane for him. He was able to get right back in there, really punish up Yasuo, who just grabbed up the Avarice Blade, which doesn't have the greatest stats.
The Italian one here is still playing with fire. That's going to be the ignite there from Renekton on top of things, as well as the bounce from Zac, and he's likely going to have to exit this lane. Doesn't have any more regen. It's popped out his last potion, but does not look like he's that frightened of the Dominus.
Yeah, he's not going to play this lane, too afraid. The ignite's down. He knows he has some sustain from his passive, and as long as he can keep up farming and avoid death, I don't think he really needs to go back quite yet, since Zac has decent sustain if he can contest the Blobblitz.
Yeah, but I suspect we're going to see a man drop coming up. But as I say that, looks like Pantheon's deciding, no, there's not. So still waiting to see when One Bad Brad is actually going to reveal that trick to the party.
Yeah, he's going for the Spirit of Elder Lizard, which will really help him get a lot of damage. Also gives him some nice sustain there in the jungle, which was really Pantheon's issue before. But now he'll be able to continuously farm out and look for those man drops that you were talking about. I think it would be pretty difficult to punish the Italian one. I'd really expect to see them bot where they want to shut down Geronimo early.
Yeah, so there in the mid does have his Avarice Blade. And, when they remade that Avarice Blade, I gotta say, it became such an attractive item for people that want to go for that crit early. And Yasuo, I mean, double the crit, double the fun, right?
Right, he gets double the crit, but in a fight, if you can't get off too many auto attacks, the crit won't matter that much. And since Elise has such a nice burst combo, it can be difficult to really get off too many auto attacks. So the crit can actually kind of hurt him, since it doesn't give you any lifesteal, doesn't give you any sort of health or magic resistance. And so I think that's why we saw earlier, the fight in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Chubby going to get hit. Here comes that man drop, looking for the kill on top of Vayne. Does not look like the damage is going to land. Neither will his stun with that knockback, but Geronimo is out of tricks. He's going to drop One Bad Brad for the kill. Chubby's still kicking in the back. He's going to miss out that skill shot, but between the four of them, they should be able to collapse. They do. The robot is down, and now a clear advantage for that dragon.
That was such an impressive condemn from Vayne to be able to knock off the stun, but it just wasn't enough to escape from all of the damage and the CC that comes out from Thresh. They took up a nice dragon there, bring themselves up in the gold advantage, which they didn't have before, and now they might be looking to fight mid. The explosive cast lands.
I Will Dominate, going to get hit by that explosive cast. In comes the Italian one and the Yasuo, so... it is going to be Bobkin taking home that kill. Red and blue to his name. 3-on-1 against this tower now, as One Bad Brad is going to be entering the party. He's going to take a little bit of flack. Probably not the best of ideas there from Bobkin, but that tower down to about half. Not a terrible way to respond. But we're not done yet. The box goes out. You saw Yasuo jump in there as well. Italian one flashing forward, picking up the kill and the double against the defenders of Pantheon and Thresh. That is very likely the tower.
Yeah, that was such a nice combo. This is going to be their the first tower of the game, actually, to bring the Canadians up in a nice advantage here, about 1,800. And we just saw the combination of the box from Thresh with the Let's Bounce from Zac, and then that last breath from Yasuo. The combo of the Let's Bounce and the last breath really is going to be painful for the Americans until they can figure out something to deal with it. Either don't clump up like that, maybe get some Banshee's Veils into the mid to late game.
Well, I can actually verify that Banshee's Veils is not a dead item here in Season 4. You see, I Will Dominate going in against Bobkin. Do got One Bad Brad coming up as well. Not too sure you can actually get to Bobkin, but yeah, he's going to try his best. Flashing forward, does get the kill, but he's going to pay for it with his own life. A little bit of a martyrdom going on. But bottom lane, Cloudwind does not get that hook on top of Geronimo. Looks like she's going to be safe for a few seconds yet. But something to note is after that last fight, Italian one did finish up his Sunfire.
That's a really nice item here, especially against the AD top laner. That's the perfect first item. The Flay lands on the Geronimo.
Yeah, Geronimo could be in a lot of trouble. That's going to be a nice hook here from Cloudwind. But again, Flash and Barrier. Cloudwind actually could be in some trouble here with that. He's just going to have to rock on out of that one. The Flash comes out from Chubby, nearly taking down the Vayne, but now it's going to return some damage here on top of Blitz. And no deaths bottom lane, despite the 2v2.
Yeah, I think that Chubby has to feel a little bit embarrassed after whiffing that, but now the action could be in the top lane. Grigging.
Oh, that flash forward there from Renekton, just going to deny the leap from Zac. But Mandrop coming in bottom lane as well. Chubby in a bad spot with that exploding cast. Bobkin again going to be bringing home that kill. Here comes One Bad Brad looking for the kill on top of Blitz. Does grab it. Did get the double. Was able to take out Geronimo when he landed. Top lane, however, Renekton did not get out of dodge. He will take down Zac to his molecular form of one, but I Will Dominate. Going to be the victor of the Yasuo fight, and he might be able to take down Zac as well.
It looks like his damage Italian one is sustaining up a bit, but the cocoon lands. And not quite. Yeah, the Venomous Bite, just a little bit too much coming out from Elise there. The nice execute damage to come down on a champion without any bonus mag resistance. One bad
Gets it. Sneaky, sneaky. That fat man can certainly go sneaky in those bushes.
Oh, yeah. You wonder how he can lumber through without people, noticing him. Even though there's no sight, I feel like there'd at least be sound, but I guess not in the, not on the Rift.
No such luck. So at the about 13-minute mark, we're looking at a score of 9-8 with a slight gold advantage going the way of red, despite losing out that first dragon.
Blitzcrank just stole away with his passive. Oh, oops. Ways to help your AD carry.
Oops.
Number one. Yeah, a little bit of an oops there. But it does look like the Canadians come out pretty strong. Let's see how they do in the mid lane, though.
Yeah, Killicast is going in, just kind of zigzagging all around the place. Has to deal with those spiderlings, so really nice escape there from I Will Dominate. But, again, not looking so good on those trades. Bottom lane, looking at Cloudwind. He did get pulled up here by the Blitz. Blitz perhaps not so happy with the end result. He is going to be trapped in that box. Does get hooked forward. Chubby with the Super Mega Death Rocket. Able to take home the kill. And they're not done yet. Lanterning in to go for the Geronimo. But here comes Bobkin again. Just absolutely destroying Jinx. And now Thresh going to be running for his life.
Oh, yeah. Cloudwind's not getting out of that one. And Bobkin will just be able to dodge right over the wall. One Bad Brad is coming, but he's not going to be there quick enough. That was a perfect play by Cloud9 if he wasn't going to get ganked out there by Bobkin, but in the mid lane. I completely missed that.
Killicast not going to be winning out that exchange.
Yeah, he was dominating that lane early on, but I guess I Will Dominate, sticking true to his name, coming back nicely there.
Italian one is in danger. He's going to drop that Tiamat, paying off really nice for Renekton and the Dominus. One Bad Brad, however, looks to even the score, does get the kill on Vayne bottom lane, and we're still neck and neck in kills in this game.
They are not giving us any chance to talk about them. It's just fight after fight now. I Will Dominate might be in a rough spot.
And Bobkin goes in, but he does take some damage. That is going to be the repel into the Wraiths. And now I Will Dominate. Is he going to go for a Wild Goose Chase, or is he going to go for the kill on top of Bob? Turns out he chose Bob, but Bob struck back.
Oh, all right. Bob goes in, but he has the health back from his Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, which allows him to not quite die to the Wraith camp there. That would have been fun to pull a nice Broken Shard there, but a good play to be able to catch out I Will Dominate, who pushed up a little bit too far. It seems like everyone will just get an advantage, push up too far, and then trade it right back.
Challenger tier, man. I mean, look at this blitz. He just walks right into that bush and immediately gives away that advantage.
The swag shred into the bush didn't quite pay off, but now One Bad Brad and Cloud and Win might be a little bit too far forward. Let's see if Killicast can quite move in. Oh, a nice lantern over the wall.
I love the triangle that was being set up there by the Canadians, but Geronimo not really that interested in doing too much here. Cloud Wind gonna get hit by that cask. There's that last breath combo you're talking about. Killicast will take home the kill on top of Thresh. One Bad Brad thinking maybe no, maybe somewhat no, and three red on the bottom is just too tall an order because there is a dragon on the field.
Yeah, they want to be able to get in and contest this, maybe at least throw something in from the outside, but without their support. Oh, actually, the man drop coming in right on top.
Man drop is at least going to hit that Vayne. Red team does take home the dragon. Super Mega Death Rocket going in as well. Brad looking to get the kill on top of Gragas. Doesn't quite. Gragas flashes over the wall after that body bounce, but the red team now cleaning up in the back. 2 for 1 as we lost Yasuo. Looking for the third. Chubby drops. So not only did Red take home the dragon, but 3 kills for 1. They're coming out clearly ahead in that exchange.
Right, you cannot give that up to the Canadians. Oh man, I missed that entirely.
Well, Renekton comes down with the slice and dice, ignites Bob, and walks away with sunglasses.
Man, the LCS is so easy since they're, at this point in the game, maybe there are like 6 or 5 kills on each team if it's been an intense game. We're seeing 15 and 16 here. That's 31 in 16 minutes, almost 2 every 60 seconds, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon.
That's the difference between LCS Professional and Solo Queue. The level coordination is just going to be that much higher on the professional circuit. Looking for the kill on the top of this turret, and Vayne is actually going to, well, no, it's going to be Blitz. Blitz actually takes it home. They're looking for the kill on top of Cloud Win. It's the only reason you would actually engage on that, but now it is all going pear-shaped. Tiamestro, he's going to be not looking so good. We do got the knockback there from Geronimo and the flash, but does not matter. Flash forward, and Tiamat. Renekton takes home another kill.
I feel like Tiamestro tried to sacrifice himself, but he was able to get away. Now I Will Dominate.
Yeah, right under the tower, too. Again, you're looking at these synergies with Last Breath, and Italian one setting up the combo there for Killicast. He takes it home again. 5-4-4 Yasuo is just eating these guys up alive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Canadians got caught out by a good roam bot. Now they could be turned back around on them. The man drop not quite catching out Killicast, but the Italian one.
Yeah, but the Killer Guys had to burn out the flash on that one. One Bad Brad actually does miss out the Heartseeker, but that's going to be the hook into the Italian one. The wind wall does go up, and I do think Zach is going to drop since he cannot really fight back in that cellular form.
Yeah, not... Oh! Whoa! Bobkin taking it home up against Chubby there with his exceptional burst.
Gragas is, as a jungler, I mean, not only does he have the barrel, but the explosive cask and smite. His burst is definitely going to be getting up there if he can add on a little bit more of that AP. He is pushing this tower, has to deal with I Will Dominate, who is not so bad himself. He has a good punch under his belt, and he will take home that kill. And did he actually inherit the buffs out of that?
It doesn't look like I Will Dominate gets any buffs out of that, but what we're just seeing is, someone will grab a kill and say, oh, I should solo push a turret and then get caught, or let's wait in a bush, and it doesn't look like anyone will roam into Geronimo's trap here.
Unfortunate for them, but they are just kind of, wasting their time at this point. Blue is more focused towards up on their blue, so the Americans are actually heading up to the blue. And, well, I don't know, maybe their patience about to pay off. Jinx all alone here in the bottom lane. Vayne drops in. That's going to be the silence and the knockup to Mestro. Tim Stereo, sorry. It takes it home with, I think, an auto attack.
Yeah, might have. I'm not sure what it was there, but he's happy to steal away whatever he can from Geronimo. Geronimo's pretty far ahead. He has the most farm, at least of the AD carries, and a couple of kills under his belt. I'm sure he would like a bit more there. Blitzcrank just with a cheeky steal, but it's just the constant overextension. If you look at the ward coverage, there are a lot of wards, but they're just so haphazard around the map, and so with nothing around this Trinity Force, or sorry, around this Tri-Brush. No Trinity Forces yet. Sorry, freak. Oh, man drop coming in on Tim Stereo.
Well, that's an attempted red, but unfortunately, it does look like it goes the way of One Bad Brad, who does take home the kill on top of Blitz, and now Vayne, she has her final hour out, and because she's looking to just get out of dodge with that knockback, she should be okay, but as I say that, all the flashes being used, Geronimo's still kind of burning alive there, but is not going to get out of this trap, and that was the explosive cast for the attempted save from Bobkin as well.
It was a nice explosive cast, but there are too many Americans there to shut down Geronimo.
Sounds a little
and now
strange.
Italian one coming in on the Cloud Win.
Yeah, Cloud Win is going to be the victim of that. Zach has some exceptional range on that. Oh, he's bouncing around there in the back. Double kill comes out from Yasuo as the Italian one landing 2v1. Oh, still some pretty impressive damage up against Chubby. It looks like Yasuo's dead in the water. Italian one does take home the kill. Here comes the rest of his team. Blitz coming in as well, but they left Bobkin open as a target. He drops, but they traded out for I Will Dominate, and now it's going to be Renekton 2v1 against the Blitz. Does get the double. Now he's going toe-to-toe here with the Italian one, who has to get out of dodge, but can he escape the clutches of the Croc? The answer looks to be...
Geronimo's there! Oh, I think he's out of there.
He totally got saved. Totally got saved by Geronimo, who comes in and just tears him a new one. Doesn't have a flash to go over this, though. But that's okay. Italian one's going to give him that vision.
This fight's awesome. This is the soloist of Qs. That fight was one of the most haphazard events I've ever seen. Just everyone running back and forth.
I think he's done. I think he's done.
Oh, Geronimo closing him off nicely.
Yeah, that's going to be the condemn into the wall the wrong way. Yes, that's it.
Oh, finally goes down, but now Brad is back into the fight. Comes in with the man drop on the Geronimo.
Drop. Oh, this is Sparta. One bad Brad. Another kill. This Pantheon is doing work, man. 9, 4, and 3.
Picked up the last whisper already on top of the brutalizer. Comes out with a lot of armor penetration. Oh, the fight's never finished.
Chubby. Well, it's about to die. There we go. And that was a nice combo there for the killer cast. They land the DPS on top of I Will Dominate. Pantheon again comes in. Nice shield from Thresh. Not enough to quite save out Dominate, but that's going to be the double. 2 for 1. And yeah, Blitz, you just got to get out of dodge, bro.
Yeah, Blitz actually looking to run back around, playing pretty far up. If Cloud Win catches out a death sentence while One Bad Brad is in the neighborhood, I think it'll spell death for pretty much anyone at this point. Playing really far forward, wow.
Now, you're speaking a little bit about how Vayne is ahead. I mean, yeah, she's 1,600 up over top of Jinx, but, you know, the real money grabbers here is the 9,000, almost 10,000 range. You can see those items in play here at the Dragon. Box goes in. One bad Brad not looking so healthy. That's going to be a super mega death rocket, but almost to no avail. The Bad did take home the Dragon before dropping Italian one here. However, gets himself the double. Thresh is down as well as Brad. We also got Renekton there in the back. He takes down Vayne. He's going to be able to jump over that wall. Well, he's going to flash over it, so to speak. Italian one not done with him yet, though. Comes right back in. Jinx has now joined the party. But it does look like her flame chompers and auto attacks are going to be enough to discourage at least for a moment. But here goes Bobkin and Yasuo. The Italian one jumps into the back, gets the kill on top of that Jinx, and now I Will Dominate could be in some trouble. We don't have that cask up yet, but Bobkin goes in with the flash, bot slam anyway, slows her down. That's going to be Yasuo looking for the assist. Bobkin actually is the one who takes home the kill, and they're looking for the kill now on top of One Bad Brad, who takes down at least Blitzcrank before drop.
Okay, I'm sorry for losing my cool just a bit there. This fight has never stopped. One Bad Brad, every time he respawns, will use that now kill a cast caught up once again.
That's a great hook there for Cloud Win. That's Renekton going pretty ham up against, but 3-on-1, and Thresh is down. Can Renekton go 3-on-1, get home the kill? He gets at least one. Super Mega Death Rocket comes in. He gets the double, and the Italian one is now just has to run for the hills with that leap.
Yeah, he failed to flash over the wall and then had to leap right after that. The fight, it looks like it's finally toning down just a little bit here. We can examine some of the outcomes. 32 kills, just a slight advantage for the Canadians, but the 4,000 gold will mean a little bit here. A solid item over. An interesting pickup that I can see is Tim Stereo getting the Sheen, Might be going for a Trinity Force here. I'm not too sure. Carry Blitz OP.
Commentate with me, Jester. Do the play-by-play, Jester. Sure, I'll just talk the entire bloody cast.
Yeah, I was planning the whole thing. I just need a little bit of a break. Come on, man. The challenge gets hard after a while. Oh, Grugane not in a nice spot, but with a good dice over the wall.
Yeah, and this Baron attempt has not stopped despite that. You see Cloud Wind playing interference. He's going to get out that Lantern, brings Renekton back in. Renekton taking the kill on top of Jinx. That is going to be a Baron-infused team. That Dominus coming out just at the last moment, keeping Renekton alive as we have Pantheon take down the Vayne. Now Bodkin going to be running for the hills as Yasuo has dropped again. And that was a 2-3 for 0, plus the Baron.
Oh,
Going
the
the way
stun
of the
lands.
Canadians. They're going the way of the Americans. They're not done yet. Under the tower. Bobkin dropping. Americans are just on a roll. That's some damage landing on top of the Italian one. That could be fatal damage as the Super Mega Death Rocket jumps in. Cellular Reconstitution is not going to be enough here for Zach. And that's going to be a delayed ace and a tower and a Baron.
Wow, Americans coming out huge here, but what else would you expect from the boys in blue? They're now looking to go into inhibitor turret, but Timsteria might have something to say about that.
That's a really good hook, but that's also a really good repel. I Will Dominate does not drop. The tower is now down. He's a little far forward. There's the combo with the last breath. Killicast taking home that kill. Renekton flashing forward, just trying to get out of dodge from this from this combo, but I'm not too sure it's going to be enough for one bad Brad. He jumps back in, gets his licks off, but now Chubby going to be in some trouble. Yasuo with the double. Renekton is going to be getting out of dodge as the rest of the Canadians march down the center. Their top lane's actually pushing into the inhibitor turret there on the top for Americans for a bit now.
You know how Riot puts those messages before a game like, you know, players who flame are 34% more likely to lose, or that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure before this, they said players who stop fighting at any point in the game are going to lose this game. And so everyone thought, oh man, I need to fight continuously. Now it will be the inhibitor turret going down.
Tower down, and the Cask taking home the kill on top of Thresh. Now Renekton is going to be going in deep, looking to just kind of do this whole gangbang situation. Lee's is going to drop. The shutdown spree going the way of Vayne, but the Super Mega Death Rocket returns, and Yasuo dropping again. I Will Dominate running for the hills. He's just ready trying to kite them, I suppose. Looks like he's going to be successful with it, too. But Zach, he's going to jump into the back. He's looking for the kill on top of one bad Brad, but up against Chubby. Not too sure that's going to work. I Will Dominate looks like he's actually come back into the fray. He took down the kill and the double on top of both Blitz and Zach. And now, finally, the Canadians are running for the hills.
Yeah, looks like they have to back out of this one. Not quite going to be able to stick in that evade. No, okay. I Will Dominate. Looks like he'll finally stop chasing.
One of these days.
Oh, man.
Let's see. 76 kills in 27 minutes.
Not enough. Not enough yet. Our record on the stream is 135 kills. Oh, Cloud to win! Throws Talisman of Ascension, but there's no one to take the Lantern.
Yeah, because him up against Vayne, it's a pretty solid bet. Vayne will take that kill.
Hey, you don't believe in the Season 4 support yet.
With no offensive items. No, you're right.
Right, I might be with you there.
The man drop! Oh my god!
Because why not?
He took that red. Yeah, he's gonna pay for it, but he took the red.
As long as you type in chat, it was worth it. It was worth it. Oh, Super Mega Death Rocket not connecting.
The greed is real. Blitzcrank getting super greedy, flashes over the wall. Doesn't matter because that was a hook in from the Thresh. Cloud Nugent now going to be down. The box going up, but not really too much else. Killicast going to be at the target, but I Will Dominate gets exploded in the bushes with that explosive cask. And now the Canadians are pushing back. Disco lights are up. They're looking for the kill here on top of Renekton, who looks for the kill on top of Geronimo. You guys got to protect that ADC. He used Flash and Dominus for it, but still, successful kill is successful. He's going to go for an inhibitor.
Wow, the back door, the ultimate back door, but he doesn't have the fastest inhib takedown, so I think he realizes he has to try and escape from this base.
Well, Yasuo's going to go for a tower in response, and actually that tower, and both top towers are actually still up here for Renekton. He does have the blue, and with Slice and Dice, might be actually able to get out of this one, but we'll see what Bodkin says about that.
Yeah, Green's falling low. He is able to get that slice out, but now he doesn't have the dice follow-up, and it looks like they're going to continue on the chase.
Yep, Zach going to be coming here forward. Bodkin, he's going to drink up, needs to get that auto attack damage going, but Renekton, too smooth for you. And looks like he will be out of this one clear. Yasuo did take mid turret, however.
All right, so an objective came out of something which is surprising in this game. Now it looks like we might just have more fighting.
Yeah, sure, why not? So Cloud up at the top, lanterning in Renekton, but that's Zach. He has that escape option. Explosive cast now down from Bob, but he's going to drop. Chubby takes home that kill and uses the passive to sprint after the rest of the team. It is going to be championed here by one bad
Grand Skyfall coming in to cut him off.
Yeah, they're going to be landing on top of a ward, so the Grand Skyfall was not successful.
Yeah, it fell just a little bit short there, but they do have the positioning here for the inhibitor, and I don't know that Geronimo can get around to defend that.
Should be a pretty dead inhibitor, if I have to call it.
Oh, first time we've seen an inhibitor take down. 30 minutes in, we have enough kills. I think they finally realized, hey, let's try and end this game. They're getting up to their big items. Yasuo already has a Guardian's Angel on top of his Infinity Edge Static Shiv Bloodthirster combo. He's going to be huge if he can get in for many auto attacks in a fight.
Money, money, money. He's actually the richest summoner right now.
Ooh, look at that. The farm is immense too. Over 100 advantage there over I Will Dominate.
Yeah, but Dominate has just enough kills to go blow for blow. In terms of the global gold, I think that was the second dragon going the way of red just recently. But blue has had their Baron, a few dragons of their own, but they're only down 2 turrets. We got Baron coming back up in about 50 seconds. So if we do see multiple deaths next team fight, it'll be a massive exchange as Cloud gets hooked there by the blitz. That's going to be going all in. One bad Brad gets home that kill. It's going to be Bobkin, however, takes down Jinx, gets the double on top. I Will Dominate. Curse one bad Brad, not in the best of spots. Cloud no, you got to be running, bro. That's going to be the triple to Bobkin, and that was a 4-for-2 exchange going the way of the Canadians.
Yeah, huge here. They lost their bottom lane, but it's not going to matter. They still have Killicast here, who's going to be a beast taking down these structures. He's doing really heavy damage with the attack speed and attack damage, and I feel like they just let him up auto-attacking for too long. And with that Guardian Angel, there's really not much that the Americans can do to stop him from just continuing up those massive crits.
Well, they got one inhibitor out of it, so we are tied in that regard. But Baron is now live. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be seeing an attempt on it because, hey, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do, and inhibitors are going to be the name of the game.
Yeah, they now are actually looking to go in on the Gurgain.
Well, Renekton can tank quite a bit, but that's going to be Ignite on top of him, plus the chase down there. Italian one takes on that kill. Killicast does take a tower shot. Is that going to be enough for the takedown? Well, it's going to be at least popping that Guardian Angel. It does look like Bobkin going to be in some trouble as well. Killicast has to try to get out of this one, but not too sure what he's doing. Chubby takes it and gets that passive speed. Here comes the man drop on top of the Italian one. Good hook in from the Cloud sets it up perfectly, and now Italian one has to bounce out of that situation.
Yeah, he will escape off the end here, hopefully, unless he chooses to go back in, which in this game, I wouldn't be surprised, but they really have to recall and defend up their base. Vayne actually pinging onto the inhibitor, might go for the base race. I'm not too sure if that's going to be their best call, though.
Well, it's 2v4, so going for the base race in this regard is better than just flat out dying. That being said, it looks like they have now returned. You can see the death timer is still marching down, but we've got a solid 15 seconds here. That defense has to be maintained.
Have you been watching this game at all? If you can fight, then fight. So actually, with the recalls, they do save their base for now. So they end up making the right call. They were a little bit afraid of the Italian one and Geronimo. If he stays alive, he can do pretty massive damage. He has the Last Whisper up for a solid late game with Vayne. And eventually he'll be doing more damage than Jinx. It's just a matter of how long he can stay alive up against Grigny.
That lantern, man. So instead of actually rushing down the base, I would have liked to see them go here to the Baron. But Baron right now is going to go rather quick. That's going to be the shutdown coming out from Bobkin as he just absolutely deletes I Will Dominate. Blue team did take out the Baron, but the double goes the way of Gragas. And now blue team again, like you should have done one or the other because they're just paying for it. Sure, we lost Blitz, but Yasuo takes home the kill on top of Chubby. Cloud is not going to be safe trying to back out from there.
And look at the base.
He's gone. Yeah, and that's it. That's going to be it.
Yeah, this is going to be the game finally coming out here. 97 kills, didn't breach the 100 mark, and Grigny trying to go for the steal, but no, the inhibitor respawns, and that is definitely going to be it here for the Americans.
I didn't even see Renekton actually swing
He
off
was
out of that
going
one.
for the hero role, but didn't quite make it.
GG. Well played. That inhibitor trolling Renekton at the end. 97 kills in 34 minutes, but only a difference of 7,000 gold. Again, I really didn't like that decision by the Americans to rush down the base and then give up and go to Baron. I think literally that decision was what cost them the game.
Yeah, I agree. They actually took a lot of damage taking on the Baron, which at that point in the game they really can't afford, especially when you give everyone on the Canadian side the chance to respawn and come and contest you. We saw how strong Bobkin was in that fight. He went
Mhm.
for a very aggressive AP carry style build there after finishing up his Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, and it definitely worked out for him in the end. 17, 9, and 14, because why not?
Highest kill death ratio, I think, looking at it. 17, 9, 14. He's part of 30,
Renekton had the
32 kills.
best because he had the fewest deaths, and
Okay.
unless
Yeah.
you're counting is are 2 assists a kill? Because in that case, the top laners are tied.
Eh.
I'm not too sure how the math works, but really your deaths hurt your KDA. I mean, Gragas has more than half as many deaths as kills, but in the end, I don't think the kills are really what mattered. It was just the objectives slowly being whittled down until the end, where they finally decided, hey, let's end the game.
It's all about the money. I
All
mean,
about the money.
everybody is so ridiculously rich in this game.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen 100,000 gold in either team, so it's not quite enough. But one day, I
So
believe.
Canadians win. Woo! Let's open up a bud.
Yeah, yeah, you can celebrate. I'm gonna be weeping down here over my apple pie. All right, well, thanks for casting with me, Jester. It was a lot of fun, and that was an exciting game. I certainly put your play-by-play skills to the test there.
Well, as long as everyone enjoyed it, that's the important part.
All right, sweet. So I will talk to you later, Jester.
Alrighty, take care.
Have
Sir.
a great night.